Okay, so today we're unboxing the iPhone 14 Pro in space black. Now this year I've decided not to go with the Pro Max. Reason being is that I found in the past year it has been falling out of my pocket, you know, at various times, and it's even damaged it a little bit. So I thought this year I'm going to change it up and just go for the Pro, but obviously keep the same style. Always choosing either the space grey or the nearest to black, whatever's out that year. I've got the iPhone 14 Pro space black in 128 gigabyte. So we go with the first tab, put that to one side, and then we've got the second tab. So here we go. Wow. So first impressions, that colour is absolutely amazing. I mean, I've seen a few reviews and a few videos of people being like, well, it's not really that different from the 13 Pro Max. But being honest, like seeing it in person, and I don't know if this will pick up on camera, it definitely looks a lot darker. Like, to me, that looks a lot cleaner. I've got the 13 Pro Max here, and I don't know if it'll pick up that difference or see the difference, but to me, it's definitely, it's a lot darker. So yeah, really happy with that, really like that colour. So let's take this out. So there it is. I mean, already I can tell straight away, just having the Pro and not the Pro Max, that, you know, even in hand, it just feels so much nicer to handle. You know, don't get me wrong, the Pro Max lineup is so good for the screen size, just having that extra real estate, but this is just so much nicer to handle, like straight away, I can tell that. So yeah, I mean, the camera bump as well, again, straight away, let's see if I can just compare that quickly. You know what I mean? Like a lot bigger. You know, I don't know if it sticks out anymore, but like in terms of the actual circumference of the camera bump, it's definitely a lot bigger. So in terms of overall features, I mean, we've still got this sort of like matte glass back, you know, which is really nice. Again, they look like they've carried that across. Bigger camera bump, and then obviously we've got like the chrome banding on the edges again, which has carried over from last year. But I do like how it's like darker as well, actually, on this model. I really like that. I really like how it sort of matches the back. It's got that really clean look about it. I think that this is the closest, definitely the closest to black since, I think, was it the 7 or maybe the 6, but I think this is definitely the closest. So let's get this screen cover off, take a better look. So there we go. So in terms of colour options this year, so we've got the space black, which is obviously this one. We've then got the deep purple, we've got gold, and then we've got silver as well. So 4 different colour options this year. In terms of the screen itself, this is the same Super Retina OLED XDR display as last year. However, the significant difference with this one is that we have 2000 nits of peak brightness versus 1200. So here we go, let's get it started up. Just for the rest of the things in the box, we've obviously got the standard USB-C to lightning cable, no power brick as expected, and then we've got the usual suspects such as the SIM tray tool, and then, you know, your instructions, and then 1 Apple sticker. So pretty standard stuff. So straight away, see, I mean, the reason we're all here is this dynamic island. I mean, straight away, seeing it for the first time, it is really nice. You do get a lot of people saying it is a little bit gimmicky. I think Apple have done a really good job of turning a hardware constraint into a nice UI element, and I think a lot of people have said that. You know, I think being able to see it and how it will work with native apps will be interesting, but then again in the future, I think as a sort of third-party app developers stop to adopt it, it'll definitely be interesting to see how it changes. And we never know, actually, maybe next year they'll ditch it and go for something else, but I think for now it is definitely really interesting. Okay, so I did actually purchase a case for this as well. So I went with the official Apple leather case, and I got this one in Midnight, which is the same I actually got last year, but I got it in the silicon. And being completely honest, it just absolutely, I only had it for a year. I don't know if it's me dropping it all the time or whatever it is, but it just got absolutely battered and torn apart, and I wouldn't really buy one of them again. So that's why I've gone for the leather case this year. So let's just get this out of the box and just get this on, see how this looks. So there we go. That's in the leather case, which is really nice. It does feel really nice. I think it matches the phone well. Yeah, hopefully this will do a lot better job. Be a little bit more durable, as I say, than the silicone ones, you know. But we'll see. We'll see how that goes on in the next year. Okay, so I've just very quickly got everything transferred across via iCloud because I just want to look at a few different bits, like the always on display and brightness and things like that. So first of all, I'm just going to take this case off and I'll get the SIM card put in. Because I live in the UK, we actually still have the SIM card. We've not transferred over to complete eSIM yet, which I don't know if is a benefit or not. Okay, so there we go. The SIM card is in. So obviously I don't have access to everything just as everything's loading up, but the brightness, I mean, I don't know, I can't 100% say for certain if I notice the maximum brightness from the 13 Pro Max. I know obviously there is a difference, but I don't know if it'll be until it's actually in sunlight that I'll be able to know. Straight away, the always on display looks nice. Obviously it just looks like a dimmer display, to be honest, but it's nice to be able to see like the time and things like that and just tap it and it sort of wakes up. And I quite like the transition as well, like especially with the wallpaper, like how it just makes it brighter and sort of dims everything down, especially like with the time. So that is really nice. What I'll do as well is I'll take a picture with the iPhone 14 Pro and I'll take a picture as well with the iPhone 13 Pro Max, and I'll put both of them on screen now and let me know if you can tell a difference. Yeah, and then just to show as well there with the dynamic island, so like the Face ID, so if I wake that up, and then you can actually see that you get like a little animation here as well. So it is quite nice to see. In fact, if I just go, yeah, and then just to show like the dynamic island there, obviously you can see it. I think overall screen real estate, I don't think you actually get that much, potentially actually lose a little bit because it's a little bit further down, but it's definitely a lot nicer, I think. And I think with the UI animations and how it ties into the apps and things like that, I definitely think it'll provide a sort of a nicer experience aesthetics wise. And then just to demonstrate as I'm playing a song, obviously I won't play it out loud, you can now see it obviously in the dynamic island. Yeah, and if you then tap and hold that, you get this like nice little window. And that's nice as well because obviously before we had to go to the lock screen and pause it or turn down the volume up and down and things like that, or you had to go back into the app to do it. So to be able to see that and like the quick access is really nice. I think it's a really good feature. Next week I am releasing a video where I'm going to do a full review down in London, so it'll be a really good opportunity to see all the different features, the cameras, the battery, absolutely everything in practice. So as I say, if you're interested in that, make sure you subscribe. Thank you for watching and I will see you in the next one.